ese wakomeje izuba ryaravuye mugakena n'amashyi nyamara mwabakomeye amashyi ko ntabwo batagize. Murakoze cyane rero. Navuga ngo iki ni cya gihe twategereje igihe cyose gitambutse. Uyu ni wa munsi wacu udasanzwe, yanyera mwarimu umaze iminsi murarikirwa. Umunsi ni uyu nguyu, nta gisibya, nubwo dusa naho twatinzeho iminota, ariko ndizera nashidikanya yuko byanze bikunze tugiye kuyicungura. Tutizimye mu magambo rero, uyu munsi wa none mu nkundire njyewe maze mbibwire. Ahangaha ndi umwana utari gito, utuma agatebuka. Ndebe utagwangara n'inkubito rwa Mugeza na Bintwari y'Imabungo. Gakondo njya kwikora mu murero umuyobozi namunesheje n'iganje. Aho ngaho abantu namwe ntihategeka abarebyi bayazoye. Ni Sebugogoto bwa Sebugabo. Ubwatwa mboneye rwa mudacumura kuko ari we wanancuriye. Ahangaha rero nuko tutarama iyo twanzitse nitugerura. Turasa naho tugiye kwizirika ku gihe, ariko mu nkundire rwose abantu musa naho mwari mugitegereje cyane, mureke hose mureke gukena amashyi cyane. Ubu umuntu abimbwira atyo mugakena n'amashyi. Icyo cyari ikivugo cy'abahungu rero, kuko data yanditse na mama yanditse mu rugo. Ahangaha nitwa Fred Nuwamanya, nkaba ari njye musangizaho amagambo y'uyu munsi. Mu rugo ahangaha turabatarami bagari cyane kandi batijanwa, yaba umuhamirizo ndetse n'umutinduko. Ubwatwa mu bwacu biraza rero mumundire cyane. Mu rugo ahangaha rwose nze gusa naho mberereka umubyeyi wacu mukuru, mu ndimi z'amahanga bamwita headmaster, aze kwigira ejuru. Ariko nyamuna ntihajya mutambuka umuntu w'ingenzi nk'uwo ujye mumundira, nebura rwose mumuhonge amashyi turebe yuko ibintu byaza kugenda neza. Reka mbasabe muhereze amashyi y'ijuru. Tugiye kumwakira adusengera. Mu rugo hadukunda Imana, aze gukomerezaho aduhere ikaze rwose nk'uko bingana. Hano hari ibyogere cyane, uruhande rwanjye si uko kubatirukamo gagira Imana.
Murakoze gusangizaho amagambo kuri uyu mwanya mwiza amaye. Kugira ngo basabe twigereje tubanze dusenge. Murakoze Data mwiza, Mwami Imana, namugira neza, Gitare cy'amahanga, tugushimiye kuba abanye natwe, tugushimiye kuba wakomezanye gukora natwe muri iyi miteguro, tugushimiye ko watugejeje ahangaha amahoro, tugushimiye gahunda zose zigiye kubera aha. Mwami ntibere twebwe ahubwo abaje Umwana, bikabona ikintu cyose Data gikorwe mu izina ryawe kandi gihimbaza izina ryawe. Umugisha buri muntu wese waje hano, umugisha buri muntu wese uri mu nzira, umugisha umukuru n'umutoya yaje kwifatanya natwe. Mwami ndakwinjiza Gitare gishima amahanga, reka ibintu byacu byose biyoborwe nawe. Turi mu nzira z'uburezi, turarera abana bawe, turarera abana baduhaye Mwami. Reka abana bawe umugisha, reka bagubwe neza, reka bakurire Mwami mu biganza byiza, reka bakurire mu biganza byiza by'ababyeyi beza, reka bakurire Mwami mu mababa yawe, mu biganza byawe Mwami. Bana natwe rero tugahereza gahunda kuva mu ntangiriro kugeza ku musozo wazo. Tubashimira izina ryawe, isenze n'izina kera. Amen. Uburezi mu murenge wa Ruhango, nyakubahwa umuvugizi wa ONG, ba nyakubahwa abayobozi mu nzego zitandukanye, harimo iz'uburezi, polisi, ubuzima n'izindi zose, barezi bacu ba CS AMIZERO, ababyeyi bacu namwe banyeshuri bacu, ndabasuhuje mu izina rya Yesu. Mbahaye ikaze muri iki kiganiro mpaka twateguriye. Insanganyamatsiko kiragira iti uburezi buzamurira umwana icyizere, iryo shingiro ryo kubaka igihugu. Twagiteguye mu buryo bwo kugaragaza urwego ishuri ryacu rigezeho no kugaragariza ababyeyi bacu icyizere batugirira katari icy'ubusa no kurushaho kuzamura abana baduhaye mu buryo babyifuza, mu buryo tubyifuza nk'ishuri no mu buryo igihugu cyacu kibyifuza. Rero natinze nabakiriye kandi nabashimiye, nshimiye buri muntu wese wafashe umwanya we akaza kwifatanya natwe uyu munsi, baba bahageze n'abandi baracyari mu nzira no kuza. Mwakoze cyane, Imana ibahe, mwicare bagubwe neza. Mwakoze cyane.
Nasaba ngo rwose twongereho ku rwunge rw'amashyi amaze kugaragaza Imana no guhereza ikaze imitwe y'abantu batandukanye. Ndabara ibyongere cyane nk'uko nahoze mbivuga, ubuto bwanjye ntabwo ari ubwo gutinyuka uruhanga rwawe n'urwandusha ubukogoto. Rero niyo mpamvu nari mbanje kumubererekera kugira ngo aze abahereza ikaze. Rero nanjye noneho mbonye uruvugiro, ngiye kuvuna umutozo niyongeza undi, kuko rwose uwamize ubutwari iyo yambanjirije ndatekereza neza ibyari avuga ngo impamvu y'imbambazi asize abiciye ruseke cyangwa se igikuba. Rero nanjye reka nanzikira aho ngaho, reka nanjye nongeye mvuge ngo ikaze rwose bantu mwese, banyeshuri, bayobozi mu nzego zitandukanye bwite za leta, ikaze. Mureke rero noneho twanzike dutarame agati gaturika kandi kamere. Maze kudusengera no kuturagiza Imana, reka dukomeze n'izindi gahunda nziza cyane. Hari abantu mwajyaga mutwumva ubwatwa n'ubwogere, mwajya mwabona rero, reka se naho nanamiza mpamagaza abana bagiye kutubyinira mu ndimi z'amahanga babita traditional dancers, mu kinyarwanda cyacu cy'umwimerere tukabita itorero cyangwa se intore. Barezi bose murerera mu Mizero, reka kubabwiza ukuri yuko ku ndimi z'amahanga n'ubundi bumenyi rusange bwose duhaha mu ishuri, ndagira ngo bamenyeshe yuko mu muco tutegeze tudindira cyangwa se ngo dusigare inyuma. Rero nkaba nananiza rwose nsaba itorero, abatoza b'itorero niba muri hafi mwaseruka mugasusurutsa urugamba, dore amatsiko ni yose, kandi rwose mutinduke mutore kurya mutaha.
Good evening everyone, guests of honor, distinguished NGO members, our beloved headmaster, respected parents, dedicated teachers, honorable judges, invited guests, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. Igicamunsi cyiza kuri buri wese, bishyitsi b'imena, abarimu dukunda, umuyobozi w'ikigo, ababyeyi bacu, abacamanza buri munsi n'abandi bantu bose bahari, ndabasuhuje mwese. My name is Bernice, yitwa Bernice, and I'm greatly honored to stand before you today on behalf of all students of CS AMIZERO. Kandi nshimishijwe no guhagarara imbere yanyu nk'umuntu imbere y'abanyeshuri banjye, mu izina ry'abanyeshuri banjye. I warmly welcome you to our debate competition. Ndabakiriye cyane muri kino kiganiro mpaka cy'uyu munsi. First of all, mbere ya byose, to our guest of honor, mushyitsi wacu w'imena, thank you for accepting our invitation. Mwakoze cyane kwemera ubusabe bwacu, ubutumire bwacu. Despite your busy schedule, mwirengagije akazi kenshi mufite. Your presence is a great privilege and an inspiration to all of us. Kwitabira kwanyu ni ishema kuri twe twese, ndetse binaduha imbaraga zo gukomeza gukora neza. To our respected NGO members, ku banyamuryango ba ONG Turere Ibibondo, thank you for your continuous support for education. Mwakoze cyane kubw'ubufasha bwanyu buhoraho ku burezi bwacu and youth development no kuzamura urubyiruko. Your commitment to empowering young people, ubushake bwanyu mu kuzamura abantu bakiri bato, gives us hope and confidence in our future. Biduha icyizere kuri ejo hazaza hacu. To our beloved headmaster, umuyobozi wacu w'ishuri dukunda. Thank you for your visionary leadership. Wakoze cyane kubw'ubuyobozi bwawe and for creating an environment where students discover no kurema aho umunyeshuri yabasha kuvumbura and develop their talents. We are proud to be your students. No kuzamura impano zabo. Dutewe ishema no kuba turi abanyeshuri babo. To our dear parents, ku babyeyi bacu dukunda, thank you for your endless love. Turabashimira kubw'urukundo rwanyu rudashira, sacrifice, ubwitange and encouragement. Without your support and guidance, tudafite ubuyobozi bwanyu cyangwa se ubufasha bwanyu, we would not be where we are today. Ntabwo twari kuba turi aho turi uyu munsi. To our dedicated teachers, ku barimu bacu, thank you for your patience. Mwakoze cyane kubwo kwihangana kwanyu, commitment, ubushake and hard work in preparing us academically. No gukora cyane bidutegura mu buryo bw'imyigire. You have taught us not only how to speak, ntabwo mwatwigishije kuvuga gusa, but also how to think wisely and respectfully. Ariko no gutekereza mu buryo bwimbitse no kubaha abandi bantu. To our honorable judges, ku bacamanza bacu buri munsi, thank you for accepting the responsibility of evaluating today's debate. Mwarakoze cyane kuba mwaremeye kuza kuyobora ikiganiro mpaka cy'uyu munsi. We trust your fairness. Turizera ubunyangamugayo bwanyu, wisdom, ubwenge and professionalism n'ubunyamwuga. To our invited guests, ku bashyitsi bacu batumiwe, thank you for honoring us with your presence. Mwarakoze cyane kuba mwatwubashye mukaza. Your attendance makes this occasion more meaningful and memorable. Ubwitabire bwanyu butuma iki gikorwa kizahora cyibukwa kandi kikaba gifite agaciro. To my fellow students, ku banyeshuri bagenzi banjye, thank you for your enthusiasm. Mwarakoze cyane kubw'imbaraga zanyu, discipline, ikinyabupfura and courage. No gukora cyane. Let us participate with confidence. Reka twitabire n'icyizere, respect one another's opinions, kandi twubahe ibitekerezo by'abandi, and remember that the greatest victory, kandi twibuke ko intsinzi ya nyayo is learning something new. No kwiga ibintu bishyashya. Today's debate is not simply about determining a winner. Uyu munsi ikiganiro mpaka ntabwo kiri buze kuba gusa cyerekana uwatsinze. It is about developing critical thinking. Ni ukuzamura gutekereza mu buryo bwimbitse. Building confidence, kubaka icyizere, improving communication skills, ndetse no kuzamura ubumenyi bw'itumanaho. And learning to respect different viewpoints. No kwiga kubaha ibitekerezo by'abandi. These are qualities that will help us become responsible citizens. Ibi ni ibintu bizatuma tuba abaturage beza bazagira uruhare mu iterambere ry'igihugu and future leaders n'abayobozi b'ejo hazaza. As students of CS AMIZERO, nk'abanyeshuri ba Centre Scolaire AMIZERO, we promise to compete fairly. Turabasezeranya guhangana mu buryo bw'ubunyangamugayo, speak respectfully, kuvuga twubaha abandi, and uphold the values of integrity, no kubahiriza indangagaciro ziranga umwana mwiza, discipline, ikinyabupfura and teamwork throughout this competition. No gukorera hamwe muri iri rushanwa. In conclusion, mu gusoza, I sincerely thank each and every one of you for being part of this special event. Ndashimira buri wese witabiriye iki gikorwa. Your presence motivates us to work harder. Ubwitabire bwanyu butuma dukomeza gukora cyane and dream bigger. No kugira inzozi zihora zaguka. I wish all the participating teams the very best. Ndifuriza amakipe yombi yitabiriye amahirwe masa. May today's debate be educational. Reka turifuza ko ikiganiro mpaka cy'uyu munsi kibuze kuba cyigisha, inspiring, kandi kigasigira abana icyitegererezo and successful. No kuba kibuze kuba cyiza mu buryo ku mpande zombi. Thank you very much for your attention. Mwakoze cyane ku mwanya wanyu. May God bless you all.
ngira ngo mwabibonye ahubwo nuko narebye niba ari ikibazo cy'izuba, niba sinzi uko byagenze ariko byanze bikunze ndakomeza nanone mbagombe nanayabasabe nivuye inyuma. I will request you honorable main speakers there behind to come and occupy your seats here. Proposers and opposers, I hope that already they have addressed you according to how you're going to sit. Now, let me request the guests at large and the house at large with a couple of applause to now welcome. May you clap hands for them while you're moving forward to their seats. Actually, we are going to get a package of ideas accordingly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going now to let also moderator. He's called Teacher Benjamin. I think that he's around. Now allow me to leave the floor for him.
Parents, distinguished guests, good afternoon. Here we are to present a debate motion which will be introduced by children, and I know it's going to be so good. By now, let me welcome an opening speaker from proposal side to introduce their group.
Ladies and gentlemen, judges, teachers, and audience, I greet you all. I'm National Peace Divine and I'm a member of proposition side. Today we are going to support the motion. This House believes that social media is more harmful to the society, so enjoy. Thank you.
Male speaker from negative wing to introduce their group.
For us, we are the opposition side. We oppose the motion stating that social media is more harmful to the society. We are going to show its benefits and show that it's not harmful. Thank you.
Chairperson, panel of judges, and keeper and fellow students. Imagine how we go so powerful that people will drink in their pockets every day. A weapon that quietly steals happiness, destroys concentration, and convinces ordinary people that their lives are not good enough. Unlike traditional weapons, it leaves no visible wound, yet its victims suffer from depression, anxiety, and loss of focus. That weapon, social media. Today, as the opening speaker from proposition side, by the names of Phyllis Baby said, I will prove that social media damages mental health through unhealthy comparison and weakens our ability to think deeply and concentrate. Although social media has positive impacts, it has also negative impacts. But before I show you the negative impacts, I would like to first highlight some keywords in the motion. First, what is social media? Social media are online applications that display information like TikTok, X, Instagram, and WhatsApp. What is something that is harmful? It's something that is very dangerous to our society. What is society? It's the community including children, adults, readers, and many others. The following are the facts. First, social media damages mental health through comparison culture. Psychologists Ralph Estinger explains that humans naturally compare themselves against others, but this has grown too much on this social media because people only post their best moments instead of their reality. A worker posts a new suit, not his debt. A mother posts a clean house, not the crying at home. A person posts a golden car, not posting where he or she got the money. People are going to try to get the same money in a bad way, through stealing and killing even more others. Studies by Jean Twenge show that increased screen time is linked with rising depression in adults, not just teenagers, but also the adults who must give us advice. The emotional gap between real life and online affection leads to sadness and low self-esteem. Over time, workers feel their jobs are small, parents feel they are failing, leaders feel pressure to perfect. Therefore, social media becomes a silent contributor to mental health decline in the society. Workers, do you feel your job is useless after seeing online? Parents, do you cry because other families live happy of not knowing what is behind the camera? Readers, can you read a nation that is depressed? Can you read someone who is not happy with his or her life? Social media platforms are designed to provide fast, short, and addictive content that constantly trends. According to Dr. Gloria Mann, frequent digital interruption reduce attention span and make it difficult for human beings to focus on long tasks. Microsoft Canada research found that the average human attention span has decreased after this social media scheme. Philosopher Herbert Simon wondered, our wife of information creates a poverty of attention. This means that when you get too much information, when you get whatever you want, you cannot even think, you cannot be attentive and focus on what you are getting. As a result, office workers make more mistakes in reports, bus drivers lose focus and cause accidents. The society becomes less capable of critical thinking and problem solving. This shows that social media is shaping our brain in a very harmful way. Bosses, how many mistakes happen because workers cannot focus? Drivers, can you keep eyes on the road while having a phone scrolling? Readers, can you plan for 10 years if you cannot focus and read 10 pages? In conclusion, the opposition side will likely talk about connection, strengthen family relationship, and enlarge conversation. But connection is not just about being online, it's about quality. Social media replaces face-to-face talk with images and comments. That is isolation dressed as connection. They will also talk about public fair, but a fair public square needs truth and respect. Social media rewards outrage, not dialogue. Public debate becomes unfair for ordinary people. Finally, they will talk about business and economic growth. The ability can advertise, but when platforms profit by stealing our money and attention, small businesses become the product, not the priority. For the fact that social media damages mental health and promotes comparison culture and reduce attention span and deep thinking, this motion must start. Thank you.
Actually, we judges do not need much time to stand here in front, but actually I thank you first of all for coming here, and I would like to introduce ourselves because we can't judge if you don't know who we are. My name is Placide Petit Unamodibande, and I'm the chairperson for the judging panel. And as the student representative says, we promise you all to judge respectively and fairly. So I would like to invite all the members here to come and introduce themselves to you, so as to proceed as well.
Thank you. My name is Enoch. I'm going to be the first judge. What we're going to do here is to follow the protocol. Before I continue, may I read? Okay, he allows me to read. So here is the criteria that we are going to follow. As the judge, we are going to follow number one. Listen, proposals and proposals. We are going to follow content delivered, committing. It is facts, examples. Number two, organization of your work, clear introduction, logical flow, and conclusion. Three, delivery, confidence, voice, fluence, and eye contact. Four, rebuttal and response, answers for opponents, arguments, effectively. The last one is we are going to check on persuasiveness, strength of your arguments, and the way you convince the audience. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kigoma Emmanuel. Even me, I'm among judges. Thank you.
I'm Miriam Mosa Ingabile. I'm the judge of today.
Dear speakers from both sides, remember even the time allocation. No one is allowed to go beyond 5 minutes, okay? No one to go beyond 5 minutes. But you speak freely and comfortably. Thank you so much.
Distinguished judges, thank you for submitting opening. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I rise today as Ines Akianas, the first speaker from the opposition side. I stand for you to oppose this motion. This House believes that social media is more harmful to our society, but for us, we strongly oppose the motion that is Before I continue, I would like to justify some key terms of this motion because the proposition side is trying to confuse the value of two itself and misuse of the two. For instance, some key terms of this motion, let me first explain them. First of all, what is social media? Social media is a network of the global platform that operates in a daily life. What is harmful? Something that has bad effects or negative effects. What is society? Society is a small community composed of parents, children, leaders, and many others. Social media has transformed the world by giving job opportunities, spreading communication, and I strongly believe that it is good when it is justly used. Before I proceed, let's just remember the word which was said by the famous philosopher Aristotle, who said that a man is by the nature social animal. His idea was that a man always sought to communicate, share ideas, and build relationships, and social media is simply an extension of the natural human need. The philosopher Confucius taught that the strong families are the fundamental of the stable societies. I can give you small examples. Families are the basic unit of the society. Jumping without social media, how can they communicate? For example, I'm here in Rwanda. My mother is there in Canada. How can you think we can communicate to one another? The social media takes something easy, sing each other, or WhatsApp video call. Do you think I will go to take phone? I will call her, I'm hearing, but I doesn't see her in the face. I didn't see her how she or he feels, guys. You think that how will I communicate with her? Strong families depend on the strong society. Social media allows family members to remain connected, although they are physically distant. Emotional cross, although they are not physically distant, but emotional cross. Because of what? The social media and their parents. They are saying that they want to ban it. That social media doesn't remain connection. They want to ban it. How will family members connect? Parents, I can give a small example. Parents can communicate to their children, grandparents can communicate to their grandchildren, and many others. Through social media, communication becomes more fluent and more effective. So why this matter if families they communicate? And the families which communicate are the families which are more united, more supported, and better know about each and every one. Summary, in addition to the Kenyan philosopher and the media theorist, Masha MC Lunau, famously remarked that the media is the message. His idea was communication technology shape and can connect the societies in the powerful way. Today, social media has become one of the most influential tools for development, learning, and more development across the world, because of what social media. Furthermore, the German philosopher Jürgen Habermas embolized the importance of the public sphere. First of all, what is public sphere? Public sphere is a space where citizens can share ideas, participate in the public discussion. Social media has symbolized the importance of the public sphere by giving ordinary people. You see, in the past years, the people who were making decisions were the readers, journalists, and many others. But now, when the social media came, each and everyone is allowed to express his or her feelings on the social media. And also, I want to endorse ordinary people to engage in the conversation, as I have said, that were remitted by the powerful institutions or organizations. Honorable judges, before the proposition side convinced you that social media is bad, they must first prove that it also harms the outlets, the many benefits enjoyed by the billions of the people. The true answer is no. We know that they cannot prove that social media also can harm the far outlets enjoyed by the billions of the people. Our case is simple. Social media connects people and strengthens relationships. Social media promotes education and access to information. Social media creates economic opportunities and jobs. The problem associated to the one who is using it. They are all about social media because some people are using it, but can we ban it too? Because some people are trying to use it responsibly. Social media has developed communication, education,
the social media can help him or her by marketing his or her goods. Or reposting one of your products on social media, you can get more customers instead of taking 1 million to go to advertise on Arabia. You think you are going to take 1 million and you are advertising on Arabia. Maybe that young entrepreneur didn't take that 1 million to open his or her business, but he's going to take that 1 million for marketing his or her. Families stay connected across the continent and communities mobilize support through the social media. The proposition side will likely talk about addiction, cyberbullying, fake news, and misuse. However, those problems do not come from the platform itself, but they come from the responsible users who are trying to use it responsibly, and the tool should not be contaminated because some people are trying to use it responsibly. I have some questions for you. Can you try that families living in different countries stay connected through the social media? If social media were truly harmful, why did the government, universities, businesses, hospitals, and more organizations continue using it in their daily life? A book can spread knowledge on misinformation, where a car can transport people or cause accidents. A phone can save lives or useful care. Yet we do not ban books, phones, and cars, but we teach the responsible use. Also, the social media deserves that treatment. Moreover to that, honorable judges, the real question is not whether the social media has a problem. Every technology in the history of humans has a problem, but the problem is for responsible users. 99% of the use of the tool are the benefits. Where that 1% which remain is for responsible users who are trying to use it responsibly. As I have told you, the tool should not be contaminated because some people are trying to use it responsibly. The real question is whether the social media has benefits more than suffer, and the true answer is yes. The social media has more benefits than the suffer. As I have told you, that 1% is for responsible users, not for the platform itself. Before I conclude, I would like to ask all challenge the proposition side with a few questions. If the social media is more harmful, why do the government, schools, universities, businesses use it in their daily life? If the social media is truly harmful, why do the millions of the students continue learning through it when it was time for the crisis? Is the social media itself harm, or the problem is for responsible behavior who are trying to use it responsibly? Should society reject a useful tool like social media because some people are trying to use it responsibly? Can the proposition side name one tool in the technology in the history that brought the benefit without the risk? Can you try to name it? If the criminals misuse cars, banks, and phones, do you also believe that those are harmful? Can you also believe that if there are some people who use the tool bad, can you also believe that the problem is the tool? Can you try to say that because some people are using the tool badly, also the tool itself is harm? So the social media is like that. Also, it's not harmful. Can you name
minutes, but give minutes, please. 30 seconds, sorry.
So can you give me 1 minute for conclusion? Honorable judges, social media educates, connects, empowers, informs, and creates opportunities. The proposition side is confusing the tool of the misuse of the tool and the value of the tool itself. Therefore, we firmly maintain that social media itself is not harm, but the problem is responsible users. For those reasons, we use this house to reject the motion completely. Thank you.
Social media connects people, but connection is not just about being online, it's about quality. Social media replaces face-to-face talk with emojis and comments. We have also talked about business and economic growth. We agree it can advertise, but when platforms profit by stealing our time and attention, small businesses become the product, not the priority. Thank you.
I would like to answer you, Mrs. Berenice. You are saying that it reduces face-to-face communication, but how can you communicate to someone in Canada while you are still in Rwanda? Please, this social media is The problem is the distance between them and the social media is therefore helping those ones to stay connected. And let me tell you this advertisement from social media is so helpful because just you will use like 100 francs. But my colleague has said that you can use 1 million for that television. And then you are saying that it reduces our time, but how will that time be reduced? Even in television is to take that time, please.
But let me tell you, people will believe that this social media will help them every day communicate. This will cause them to stop having any movement to visit anyone. They will say that I will use this social media to communicate. No need of going there. This will not strengthen the friendship. It will not, for sure.
I'm standing over the moon to reflect this motion stating that social media is harmful to our society. Before I proceed to my fact, I'd like to tell you this. Respected judges and fellow students, many people believe that they are free using social media, but reality social media is using them. It controls their time, dictates their attention, and slowly replaces real conservation with screens. What appears to be freedom has become a digital prison, where people are trapped by notifications, rights, and endless scrolling. Today, I will show how social media creates addictive behavior and it weakens real human communication. Firstly, social media creates addictive behavior similar to gambling. Social media is intentionally keeping users engaged for a long period of time. Psychologist B.F. Skinner, behaviorist theory, explains that rewards increase repeated behavior. Imagine today you post a video. You are waiting for the comment, and that comment is going to demand your brain. You are not working in the company. You are always scrolling on the TikTok. You are waiting for the comment. Please, think of your children. Think of their life. Social media uses likes, emojis, and short messages as rewards that trigger dopamine in the brain. Research by Dr. Anna shows that the reward system creates addiction similar to drugs and gambling. One person phones 96 times a day, even without reason. Imagine you have a watch. Instead of using it, you are checking on the telephone. Please think of our society. The readers, think of our society. Parents stop listening to their children for TikTok. Readers do everything for TikTok. Imagine you are scrolling and you have a problem to solve. Please, dear readers, think of our society. People lose ability to manage their time effectively. Therefore, social media is not just a tool, but a behavioral addiction system that is affecting our society. Workers, did your phone sleep 3 hours today? Parents, did you ignore family for TikTok? Readers, are you addicted before macros? Secondly, social media weakens real human communication. Philosopher Martin Buber emphasized that real human communication requires eye-full interaction, meaning deep and meaningful presence between people. However, social media replaces this with shallow eye communication, where interaction are reduced to likes, emojis, and short messages. Research by the Oxford Internet Institute shows that increased online communication reduces face-to-face interaction skills. Others become less confident in the meeting. Worker cannot speak well in job interview. A husband cannot say I love you without sending a text. This affects emotional intelligence and empathy. Families communicate less deeply and workplaces become cold. Society begins to lose the richness of real human connection. Therefore, social media is transforming society in a harmful direction. Workers, can you speak in meeting without fear? Parents, when did you last spoke to your spouse with no phone? Readers, are we losing the humanity, being human together? Please, dear parents, think of our society. Why are you giving these children the telephone? They are said that they never watch one video, and after they watch a million of them. Please, dear parents, Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's speak from opposers side. Honorable Guest.
Everyone who is here, dear readers, respected judges, plus everyone in this room. Today I stand here as the guest and the second main speaker from the opposition side. This house agrees that social media is harmful to our society, but for us, the opposition team, we oppose this motion because of the following arguments. As electricity right to our homes, but also it can cause dangerous illnesses. Social media is a special tool which is helping our daily life be strong and be connected. Please, social media promotes education. First, let me explain this. Let us remember a philosopher called Francis Bacon. Famously stated that knowledge is power. Education is the most powerful tool for personal and national development. It is the tool which is helping teachers, drivers, headmasters, and everyone to get these opportunities of jobs. How will you just be here, just working as a teacher, when you do not have education? This social media is improving our life. It is changing the education dramatically. In the world driven by technology, social media is the most tool which is helping us get pure education from runners when they reach home. I didn't say that there aren't books, there aren't teachers, but social media, when we reach home as students, as physics candidates, we need to revise. We just need our time just to concentrate and study. Social media helps us to search more information and helps to educate people with no money. Social media has transformed education by making knowledge reach everyone with internet access. In the past, students almost believed entirely in teachers and textbooks. But now, a student can access online educational content shared by experts around the world. Another in the rural area can access all types of research from this social media shared by professional lecturers. Please, this social media is helping. Why are you basing on your own interactions? Why can't you base it on people in your area? Just maybe there are some who can't afford going in expensive schools and buy expensive books. Why are you just basing on your own interaction? These people need to study, and maybe he or she has a fault. Will he or she stay not educated
POI. Mr. Kunda, I would like to tell you this. Sorry, you have mistaken. Our school and country need victory of all people, not some people. And all parents are not on the platform. If our teachers sent copies and activities, why did all students get full marks? If you really know that social media helps in education.
First of all, it was direct collective. Please, I didn't say only some people. I said for the whole society. And let me tell you this. Why everyone didn't fulfill is because those ones are not on platforms. There are you who cannot believe that this social media is very important. Please, even our headmaster emphasized everyone to bring the numbers and they go on the platforms. The ones who just say that it is not important, they are the ones who are failing.
Some parents are not on platform, yes, and they are not available for going to ask our headmaster being there on platform. And I'm asking you this, why did every person, every pupil in our school, in our class, get full marks if you really know that education is important there on social media?
Let me tell you this, not everyone's knowledge capacity is like another. Some fulfill, others don't. And it depends on the time of management. If you just go there and just going for just seeing some questions, you're not fulfilled, but they are the ones who know their time management. And they are the ones who are succeeding nowadays. And I told you that, please listen, I told you that these are those who are not also fulfilled, they are the ones who are not there on platforms. Headmaster told all students to ask their numbers to their parents, please. Why are you just saying that they cannot afford? Why headmaster even him made it easy for everyone and asked the students who are going to ask their parents?
Our teacher made a huge mistake because that is inequality. Because every student cannot get access to this social media, these social medias like WhatsApp. Some problems like poverty. Everyone cannot get access to these smartphones, everything else. You have also asked us that why some universities use them for research. If universities use it for research, does that mean that the mental health damage it causes is safe?
Did you know that even those problems can be caused by anything else, not social media? Even social media can help you relax and those problems can just go away and remove in your life.
My friend guessed that.
Thank you. The speaker, Honorable.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chairperson, panel of judges, audience, fellow debaters, and everyone who is here. My name is Muchoko Bezamendo Santos. I'm the third speaker supporting this motion, stating that this House believes that social media is more harmful to our society. But before I continue with my facts, I want to tell you something. Members of the House, a single click on social media can spread a rumor, destroy a reputation, humiliate an innocent person, and all mislead millions with false information. The cost of that click is greater than we imagine. What begins as a simple post can end in emotional trauma or even social conflict. Today, I will demonstrate how social media fuels cyberbullying and spreads misinformation faster than truth. Firstly, social media increases anxiety and emotional stress. Social media has created a problem called cyberbullying. This happens when people use phones or computers to insult, threaten, or embarrass others. Many adults are affected by this every day, but it is not only adults. According to UNICEF, online bullying is not only for children. Workers are encountered in WhatsApp groups. Mothers are shocked for their bodies in Facebook comments. People feel brave to say hurtful words because they are behind screens. This means what? This means that they hate him or her because of social media, because of these people who interact people through social medias. I can give you an example. A child may be inserted in a WhatsApp group or on Facebook, but also after deleting the post, screenshots continue spreading, and this can cause the victim to continue suffering. People will continue saying, "We didn't forget, even though you deleted this, screenshots are still showing this." People didn't forget that. The victim is continuing to suffer. This will cause mistrust in the society, because people will continue saying that, because for me, I'm hiding behind the screen, no one saw me, so I will say what I want. Even though I can attack that person, and after deleting the post, the screenshots can continue. This will cause the victims to continue increasing. And victims feel sad, scared, or sometimes very lonely. And some others feel lonely and they lose confidence in their jobs. Imagine, social media is causing people to lose confidence in their jobs because of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying can follow a person everywhere, even the bedroom at night. Imagine, dear readers, can you sleep after reading hate comments? Please, can you sleep after reading that someone has said this, that maybe you killed for him or her, you killed his or her parents? Can you sleep after reading that? Please, can you sleep? This makes it more harmful than normal insults. Psychologist Dan Owls studied bullying for 40 years and found it causes long-term mental damage. This means that children, the ones who will come from you, the ones whom you produced, they will always be remembered about that. The society continues remembering that this is the person who has been inserted from YouTube. Please, workers, have you been shamed in a work group? Parents, can you sleep after reading hate comments? As I have been saying, parents, can you sleep after reading hate comments? Leaders, is our digital space safe for citizens? Please, audience, you are not here. People on social media, they are causing cyberbullying and they are gaining money through illegal ways by insulting other people. On their own, they are gaining money. That's their profit. But for you, you are gaining nothing. For you who is watching those things, you are gaining impact, they are insulting them. So, nothing you are gaining. Secondly, social media spreads misinformation faster than truth. According to research by MIT 2018, false information spreads faster and further than true information. This happens because emotional content attracts more attention than factual content. I can give you an example. During disasters and emergencies, false information, false rescue operations can spread directly, and they can spread before the official resources spread the true information, say the true information. They say it before people have just believed that this thing has happened, the medicine has arrived, or not. But social media is spreading lies, and after that, true information comes after false information, and the laws cannot control it very well. I can tell you how laws cannot control it, because laws come after. One false belief can mislead entire communities. It means that only one fake post, one single fake post can mislead entire communities. If you are a leader and you spread misinformation, people will not trust you. You are not within the community. People are not going to trust you. This will create confusion. Social media amplifies this problem on a global scale. Fake news can influence elections, health decisions, and public behavior. A working be how he or she was before suffering from HIV/AIDS. And social media can spread lies so that it can confuse people to know that this medicine cures even HIV/AIDS. Please, how can you believe that? How can you believe that only one medicine cures all diseases? How can you believe it? Imagine, as you know, we are in summer. You know that we are in dry season. Social media is going to spread fake news stating that we are in dry season, rain will not come. But because of climate change, the climate always changes. Therefore, social media weakens truth and rational thinking. Leaders, how do you stop the rising by 5 million people? Please tell me how you stop it. Workers, did you make a bad decision because of a fake post and later you realize it? If parents, did you give children wrong medicine from Facebook? Emotional stability cannot exist under constant pressure. What affects the mind shapes the quality of life. This deserves our full attention. In conclusion, I would like to say that social media fuels cyberbullying and spreads misinformation in the society. Now,
thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my POR. Mr. Dos Santos, cyberbullying existed long before social media.
I have even defined what cyberbullying is. I have said that cyberbullying is when people use phones or computers and social media to insult, threaten or embarrass others. Now how? If social medias were not existing in the past, and cyberbullying is through social medias, how did it exist before? I can accept that bullying existed before, but social media is truly increasing it on another level by fueling cyberbullying and also spreading misinformation than true information at the same time.
Exactly, Dos Santos. You have reached to the answer. You have said that people are the ones who do that activity, not social media itself. As you have said, we should not say those responsible uses, but we should say about social media. Now we are talking about social media. We are not going to talk about those people who are trying to use it responsibly. It's not social media which take those news and spread it, but they are people who use it. They are the ones who are trying to shame social media, not the social media itself. Now you are trying to confuse, as I have told you, the misuse of the two and the value of the two itself.
If social media, you are saying that we should not ban social media. We should teach people how to use it responsibly. The problem is the responsible user. So I accept this. Now, if social media weren't existing, how could people use it? How could the people use it? How could the people use it badly when they weren't existing?
Yes, Honorable Desta.
Because immediately you have reached that, you yourself also said that from phones and from other objects, by that time, is a phone of social media. And also let me tell you, I said cyberbullying is from any place at any time, not from social media only. But even let me tell you this, you are saying about misinformation. Misinformation also exists in newspapers, televisions and radios. Please, this misinformation is common. Sometimes the misusers just spread fake news. And also let me tell you something. You said that the broadcast does one is about the weather, meteorologists and climatologists. They can say that rain will not fall everything. You have said that in a dry season, that when rain falls, but it, through the reality, in dry season rain falls.
Yes, rain can fall because of climate change. And I have said that you have been saying cyberbullying, it happens through phones or computers. And I have said phones, computers, or even social media. Also social media, of course.
It's a privilege to stand before you as news and confrontation. This house believes that social media is more harmful to the society. But before I explain my factual supposed emotion, let me first explain some words. Economics. It's the management of available resources. Entrepreneur is a person who
media. Social media helps in creating economic opportunities. Social media creates economic opportunities. The philosopher Adam Smith, known as the father of economics, argued that economic growth occurs when people can fully exchange goods, services, and information. Honorable judges, one of the strongest reasons I can fully explain this is because social media has transformed the global economy. Social media is no longer a mere tool for communication, but now it's a marketplace where people buy, sell, and advertise their goods freely. In the past, starting a business often cost much money to start for advertisement, but now a young entrepreneur can easily advertise a good. Social media has actually lowered the barriers to economic participation. I conducted a survey and found that the organization from the World Bank has shown that digital platforms increase market access for businesses, especially small and medium-sized enterprises. Like clothing businesses, advertising through Instagram, restaurants promoting services through Facebook, local businesses receiving orders through WhatsApp, and online stores reaching customers across the region. This matters because economic opportunities reduces poverty, increase income, promote self-employment, and improve living standards. I would like to ask the proposition side. If social media is more helpful than beneficial, why do millions of businesses depend on it for survival? How will small businesses compete without a viable online marketing? Social media has actually transformed smartphones into powerful economic tools. A smartphone is now not only for receiving information, but now it's used for advertising and doing more. Social media also supports entrepreneurship. The philosopher Peter Drucker stated that innovation and entrepreneurship are essential drivers of economic growth. Entrepreneurship involves identifying opportunities and creating solutions. Social media provides entrepreneurs with the easiest way to advertise their goods and start businesses. Unlike traditional business models, entrepreneurs no longer need large advertising budgets to do successful brands. I conducted the survey and found that entrepreneurship researchers have found that digital platforms reduce startup costs and increase business visibility. Like small fashion brands growing through Instagram, bakers receiving orders through WhatsApp, young entrepreneurs promoting services on Facebook, and online consulting businesses. This matters because entrepreneurship creates wealth, generates employment, encourages innovation, and stimulates economic development. I would like to ask the opponents, how does a platform that helps people build businesses become more helpful than beneficial? Should young entrepreneurs lose access to one of the most affordable online marketing tools available? Social media has actually democratized entrepreneurship by giving ordinary opportunities to ordinary people. Social media also helps with farmers. Although the Honorable DeSantos has said that social media can spread false information to farmers, I think it's false because agriculture remains one of the most important sectors in developing countries. Now, how are you going to tell me that social media spreads false information to farmers? While social media help farmers to overcome the challenges like limited market access, lack of information, price uncertainty, and also related risks. The philosopher Amato said, one the Nobel Prize winning economist emphasized that access to information is essential for economic development. Social media helps to overcome these challenges by providing information directly to communication channels. Farmers now learn farming techniques, compare prices,
I conducted a survey and found that agriculture development has shown that digital communication improves farmers to access to information and markets. Like farmers using WhatsApp groups to share market prices, agriculture experts sharing farming advice online, farmers advertising directly to customers, and cooperating and coordinating activities through social media. This matters because when farmers succeed, food security improves, rural incomes increase, poverty decreases, national economy strengthens. Now, let me give you a short example. As we know in Ruhango district, there is an industry called cassava plant. This industry works with farmers who plant cassava. Now, how will the farmers know that the industry needs more cassava if they don't use social media like WhatsApp groups to communicate to them? Are you thinking that the workers from that industry are going to pass through each and every farm to tell them that they need more cassava? Isn't that going to take more time? And you know, time is money. We need to save time and money at the same time. Social media supports job creation. The philosopher Karl Marx recognized that economic systems create new forms of labor as society evolves. Social media has created entirely new industries, a career that did not exist few decades ago. A decade is a period of 10 years. Today, people run labels like content creator, social media marketers, digital marketers, influencers, graphic designers, and online trainers, and also community managers. Many businesses also hire employees specifically groups in WhatsApp, like Job in Rwanda. This platform, like YouTube and more. The digital economy has generated millions of jobs globally, many which depend directly on social platforms. Like YouTubers earning advertising revenue, companies hiring social media specialists, freelancers finding clients online, and digital agencies serving businesses. This matters because job creation reduces employment, increases income, improves living standards, and supports economic growth. So let me ask some final questions to the proposition side. Are millions of job creators through social media harmful to the society? If social media disappeared tomorrow, what will happen to those workers and businesses who use it for survival? What evidence did you use to compare the positive and negative impacts of social media? Social media does not destroy jobs, but it creates them. Honorable judges, the proposition wants us to believe that social media helps society. Yet, we are sure that social media creates economic opportunity, supports entrepreneurs, empower farmers, and generates jobs. A platform that helps people earn money, support the family, and escape poverty cannot be reasonably described as more harmful than beneficial. So, this is my final question. Dear opponents, explain why millions of people who are carrying social media to earn income if the platform is supposedly more harmful than beneficial. Please think about it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my ideas.
Noneho bikomeze kuba uburyohe byisumbuye ibisanzwe impande zombi kuko barimo kutugezaho ibiganiro mpaka ndetse n'ababyeyi muri rusange. Reka abana bakomeze begeranye ibitekerezo, bakomeze batugezeho uko bumva uruhare rw'imbuga nkoranyambaga ku mibereho y'umuryango mugari nyarwanda, bakegeranya ibitekerezo byabo kugira ngo bakomeze batubwire uko babyumva. Mu nyemerere muri aka kanya nakire icyo twita modern dance mu ndimi z'amahanga kugira ngo
as the government speaker from proposition side. Today, this house believes that social media is more harmful to our society. I'm going to defend myself with 2 facts. But before I proceed with my facts, I would like to tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, history may remember our generation as a generation that had unlimited access to information but limited the ability to use it wisely. Hours that should be spent reading, running, working and creating are being stored endless exploring. Knowledge is becoming shallow and productivity is declining. Today, I will prove that social media demands education, weakens interaction development, and reduces productivity in the society. Firstly, social media demands education and interaction development. You normally know that education is one of the most important foundations of the society, but social media is weakening it. Imagine your child is coming from the school, is so very tired. Instead of going with a notebook and device, is going to go on TikTok to scroll, just to go on WhatsApp to look status. According to UNESCO education reports, others who spend more time on social media read fewer books and learn fewer skills. You normally know that others have to learn new skills through reading books and reading newspaper. But time that should be spent reading newspaper and reading books are being stolen or going on scrolling on TikTok. However, social media encourages passive consumption of content. Workers stop learning new jobs because they watch short videos instead of training. Parents stop leading to improve parenting. This leads to weak professional results and poor interaction development in others. Therefore, social media is harming the future workforce and leadership of the society. Dear workers, when did you last learn new skill without YouTube? Dear parents, are you growing your mind or just learning? Dear readers, what kind of fathers are we becoming? Dear parents, think about it. Think about your children. Think about how they feel. Imagine losing a child. Secondly, social media reduces productivity in the society. Economist John Maynard Keynes emphasized that productivity is the foundation of economic growth. However, social media reduces productivity across workplace and institutions. Research by the Harvard Business Review shows that employees frequently distracted by social media perform significantly worse. Time that should be used for building, teaching, or hearing is easily spent scrolling online. This affects not only individuals, but entire national economies. When a secretary takes 4 hours to do 2 hours of work, the office is low. When a leader checks TikTok, the house is weak. When productivity declines, development slows down. Therefore, social media has a direct negative impact on progress. You normally know that time is money. Imagine when you are wasting your time, it means that you are just wasting some money. I would like to just challenge opposite side with some questions. If social media improves education and helps in education, on Monday you bring a phone and see the reaction of teachers and see what the leaders will do for you. And if social media improves the education, why do many students spend more time scrolling than studying? In conclusion, I would like to encourage all of you to ban this social media because it is a man's education, weakens interaction development, and reduces productivity in the society. So let us work together to ban this social media. Thank you.
Next speaker from opposite side. Yes, Honorable Speaker Flower.
Good afternoon, respected chairperson, judges, and keeper, wolf opponent, two competing judges, and my fellow audience. I am grateful to stand here as a sister of precious. This house believes that social media is more harmful to our society, but thus the strong oppose this motion that is misleading. Because when the social media is responsible has become one of the greatest modern suggestions. So social media may have bad and good effect according how people use it. But today I'm going to tell you the benefit of social media. First, what is social media? Social media is internet business from communication. So my first argument is that social media empowers democracy. Let me first talk about what democracy means. Democracy means government of people, for people, and by the people. So as I said, social media empowers democracy. When I was there, in the community we have WhatsApp group used for sharing information, taking decisions, and discussing, and that promotes democracy. So here we have a philosopher called Juven Habermas. He developed the concept of a public sphere, a space where citizens freely discuss public issues and sway decision making. So honorable judges, before social media comes, powerful leaders are the ones who are allowed to take decisions, participate without giving their citizen voice. So you leaders, why are you participating and taking decisions without giving your citizens voice when you know that even that they include in the country? Are you not ashamed of that? So, but don't worry. By now, social media is now acting like a school bus which helps every citizen to have a voice. So why this matter? A strong democracy requires citizen participation, accountability, and access to information. So I would like to challenge proposition side by asking them questions. So, if social media witness democracy, why do democratic government actively use it? Should the citizens remain silent while only politicians and media organizations speak? So democracy becomes stronger when every citizen has a voice, and social media provides that voice. So second argument stating that social media gives voice to ordinary people. Here there is a philosopher called John Stuart Mill. He strongly defined freedom of explanation and free exchange of ideas. So this philosopher wants to mean that when you have social media in our society, every person expresses his or her feelings. Example, before social media came, women, they were not having voice. Imagine you women who are here, you were not having a voice. So why? Because there was social media. But now we have this social media. It's acting like electricity for every woman to have a voice. So, honorable dear judges, I would like again to challenge proposition side by asking them questions. Should only white individuals and powerful organizations have a voice? Can you name one modern communication technology that has no risk at all? So, by opposition side, we are focusing that social media is important in our society because we are not seeing negative effects of social media. Until now, we are not seeing the negative effect of social media. So, I again ask proposition side question. If social media is more harmful than beneficial, why do the government, political partners, civil society, university, and international institutions rely on it? Therefore, as opposition side, we are totally disagree of this motion. We are opposing that social media is not harmful to our society. Thank you, Honorable Dear Judge.
Next speaker from other side. Welcome, Honorable Kenny.
Good evening, honorable judges, respected parents, fellow debaters, and audience. I am Kenny's newspaper names. I am the fifth main speaker from the opposition side proposing this motion, which is stating that social media is harmful to our society. I would like to speak about the dark side of this social media, but I would like to tell you this. Oh, have you ever noticed that many people spend more time while looking in screen than looking at people sitting beside them? This means our families are together in one room but are in different digital worlds. We are connected online yet disconnected in real life. Today I will prove that social media weakens family relationship and increases loneliness in the society despite connectivity. Firstly, social media weakens family relationship and emotional bonds. Sociologists and reduction emphasize that strong bonds are essential for stable societies. However, social media weakens those bonds
By reducing face-to-face communication, the future center solves that families spend less time while interacting directly with phone use. And now, dear parents, think of your children, think of your mom, and now you see, you are not caring your children. You can't give them any advice because you are addicted to this media. Now, which advice are you giving to them? They are feeling bad, they are lonely because you are addicted to this media. No any advice you can give to them. Look, a family comes from work. Dear parents, think of your children. You are coming from work, but you are watching YouTube instead of asking children about their day. And now, dear parents, think of your children, think of your mind, think of how they are feeling. They are feeling badly because you are leaving them alone. And now you are coming back. You are not asking them even how they were feeling. And now, do you think they will not feel bad? This creates emotional distance. Misunderstanding increase between children and families. And now, dear parents, because you are not caring your children, they are feeling sad, and now they are going to become bad runners. They will become in the society. They will be bad behavior because you are not giving them any advice. This weakens the foundation of the society because the family is the foundation of the society. And now you see the social media is going to break down our families. Therefore, social media contribute to family breakdown. Dear parents, dear readers, dear parents, think of your children, think of their feelings. You are not caring them. They are lonely because you are not giving them any advice. You are addicted to social media. You are looking only this YouTube, TikTok, and other social medias, but you are not caring your children because you are addicted. Secondly, social media increases awareness despite negativity. Psychologist MIT argues that people are alone in the digital age. And now you see, you are in the same age with someone, but you can't talk to him because you are addicted. Even though social media connects millions of people, it reduces real emotional connection. The Signal report 2018 found that heavy users are running than non-users. And now, let me ask you, opposition side, if social media really connect to us, why are the heaviest users running than non-users? A mother may have 500 friends, but no one to look her when she is sick. Her children are around, but his friends cannot help him because they are only followers, they are not friendly. Imagine, are you creating comments or you are creating real friendship? You see, you are creating only comments, you are not caring your children. Do you think those are followers? They will care our children where they are in other countries. Therefore, social media increase awareness in modern life. Dear workers, do you have 500 friends, but no one to borrow a salt from? A salt. You have followers, but no one you can borrow a salt from because they are only your followers. They are not your friends in real life. Parents, are you not in house full of people? Look, you are only in house full of people because you are addicted. Your children are addicted. You are addicted, and now you are lonely. And you give them advice. Are you doing what? Readers, are you building connection or isolation? Readers, at your work, you are addicted to this media. And now, are you ruling the country way or you are making isolation? So, in conclusion, I would like to encourage you to ban this media before it bans our families and increase awareness in the society. So, dear parents, let me ask you a question. Because you are addicted to this media, you are not caring your children. They are always seeing the screen in your hands while scrolling. And now, if you are going to die. Will your children remember your good advice, or they remember the spirit in your hands? The answer is the spirit in your hands. Because you have not given them any advice, they remember your spirit in your hands, and they think that my parent was not a good parent. He or she was not caring me. They will be very sad. And now I would like to encourage you to ban this media before it bans us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairperson, judges, co-opponents, and fellow debaters. It's an honor and grateful to stand in front of you as Kumandiko, the fifth speaker from the opposite side. This house believes that social media is more harmful to our society, but according to our side and arguments, we strongly oppose this motion because social media is a modern tool that has proven education, communication, connection, and development. For this reason, we strongly oppose this motion. Firstly, social media saves time and money. Dear judges, social media allows free communication and information sharing, reducing travel and communication expenses. So let's remember the researcher called Manuel Castells, who wrote a book called The Rise of the Network. He wanted to mean that digital networks dramatically increase efficiency in communication and information exchange. For example, if you want to talk to your friend in another country, for the ticket will be so expensive and you spend much time by going there. Now you will need this social media to talk to your friend and you will share more information about your lives. This means that social media has business to advertise on Facebook at a fraction of the cost of television advertising. Schools share announcements instantly through WhatsApp groups and others. And families communicate through video calls instead of travel globally in seconds. Video instead of expensive travel. Therefore, social media allows information travel globally in seconds at almost no cost. Dear proposition side, I have few questions for you. If social media is truly harmful, why people use it to learn if social media is more harmful, why people use it to save time and money? Secondly, social media promotes language learning. Dear judges, social media helps people to learn new languages through interaction with native speakers, videos, and educational communities. So let's remember a researcher called Stefan Marshall, who wrote a book called Principles and Practice in Second Language Learning. He wanted to mean that language is acquired through meaningful exposure and communication, and social media provide abundant language exposure. For example, if you get a scholarship to study in another country, you normally know that they do not use our mother language, except those ones who live there as brothers. Now, you need this social media to learn more about their language like English, French, and so on. Now, are you going to tell me that you will get the money to travel there to study their language? Therefore, social media now help us to learn more about their language. The social media like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook help us to learn more. This means that students learn English through YouTube videos and English-speaking groups. Learners practice French through platforms such as WhatsApp and Facebook groups. So, this means that social media transforms the world into a language classroom available 24 hours. Dear proposition side, I have another question for you. If social media is truly harmful, why people use it to learn more languages and learn more about languages like English and French? A tool should be judged not by its misuse, but by its overall contribution. Social media educates, empowers, and informs, and inspires billions of people. Therefore, it is not more of the modern age when used responsibly. Thank you for giving me this time to express my opinions. Thank you.
abakomeje kwihangana no kugumana natwe reka nanone mbasabe dukome mu mashyi aba bana aho bagejeje. Reka nanone niba twakomeye mu mashyi izindi gahunda Imana turi kubishura n'abashaka.
Firstly, social media disturbs sleep and damage brain health. Social media is a negative affects the brain and overall of individuals. This means a person leaves home. Instead of taking time to rest, he or she goes on this social media and he starts scrolling. And this because the melatonin to pick up, and melatonin is the hormone that is responsible for regulating sleep cycles. This will cause mental problems. So, imagine if a child leaves home and goes on this social media to scroll, what will they get in their studies? How many marks will they get if they spend long time on these social medias? Secondly, social media reduces emotional stability through overstimulation. This means if you go on these social media, there are many ideas that are coming at the same time. So, if you be focused on these ideas, your brain will not recover and function well. If your brain will not recover and function well, what will you do? What will you do? What will you give to your readers? Dear readers, do you come home tired from work because of the work? Dear parents, is your head full after scrolling? Dear readers, can you make good work in stressed mind? In conclusion, I would like to advise you to manage social media. But before I conclude, here I have a power question for the opposite side. Should society ignore addiction simply because companies know the choice? So, in conclusion, I would like to advise you to manage social media because they are harmful to our society, to the future generation, and to everyone in this world. So, if you don't ban it, they will ban us. Thank you. Honorable Chairperson, respected judges, dear guests, fourth opponent, fellow audience. I last today as Okaizo Sandra representing the opposition team. This House believes that social media is not harmful to our society. I stand firmly to oppose this motion because banning social media means banning connection, education, and opportunity. Today, I will prove that social media informs us, empowers small business, and unites people across the world. That is why it must stay, not be banned. First, social media reduces non-revenue. Let's remember the former researcher for Dr. Kate Morton of Michigan State University has researched how digital communication helps people maintain social media and stay connected. He wants to me that social media helps in connection and help in communication. Example, I have a friend of mine who lives in America. When we want to talk, we use social media like WhatsApp and so on to chat, share videos and so on. Honorable judges, loneliness is one of the greatest social challenges of modern society. Many people are isolated because of distance, disease, disability, age, illness, migration, or personal circumstances. A person feels isolated can join communities where people share similar experiences, interests, challenges, and goals. Let me explain this. Many people live far from their home, or they are sick, shy, or disabled. Social media gives them a place to talk, share, and feel a part of groups. It connects people even when they are physically alone in their rooms. Example, during COVID-19 lockdown, while social media like WhatsApp and Zoom were the only way families could see each other. Second, social media supports community organization. Let's remember the former philosopher called Jean-Jacques emphasized cooperation and correction within communities. He wants to mean that social media helps in communication. Social media brings people together and in communities and work together. He wants to mean that social media helps in collaboration. Social media has made community organization faster, more efficient than ever before. Information can be shared instantly with hundreds or thousands of people. Let me explain this, dear judges. Before social media, organizing people for a cause was slow.
you had to print poster or button to logo. Today, one post or WhatsApp group can mobilize 1,000 people in minutes. It gives advice to communities that have known before. Example, in Rwanda, Twitter and WhatsApp groups are used to organize Umuganda reminders for community reminders and blood donation drivers and environment cleanup campaigns. Let me give you another example. In Rwanda, each sector, local leaders and public servants were given free smartphones to get information from their leaders to share it to those who are not in the small regions. Example, organizing activity fundraising campaign for families in need on mobilizing workers or after disasters. Here I have evidence. Researchers studying disaster response and civic participation have observed that social media significantly improves coordination during community activities and emergencies. Social media transform scattering individual into organization, community capable for solving problems together. Before I conclude, I would like to challenge propositions with some questions. Firstly, how would communities organize larger-scale activity as quickly without social media? Is the faster communication between community members harmful or beneficial? If cars cause accidents, should we conclude that cars are more harmful than useful? In conclusion, I have proven that social media is not a fact to be banned, but a tool to be used wisely. It keeps families together across continents, it gives job to millions of people, and it informs us. Banning it would mean banning knowledge and opportunities for worldwide.
I'm a chairperson of Cabinet and House at Large. I'm really blessed by names and I'm on the opposition side. So this house believes that social media is more harmful to the society. Before I pass on my facts, I would like to tell you this. My opening proposal side. What happens when millions of people stop thinking deeply and start believing everything they read online? I will just continue with my first fact. Social media witnesses deep thinking and promotes superficial learning. Philosophers of Socrates believe that true knowledge comes from deep questioning and reflection. However, social media promotes fast and shallow consumption of information. This means everybody here, before doing anything, first think about ways he or she will pass it. Do you want to mean that social media will show you all the ways to pass it? Even Dr. Nicholas explains that internet use reduces the reading ability. This means that some readers, they do not care for what they are going to do. They are just reading one headlines, not full rows. Imagine about that. Second fact, social media makes countries easy to attack with lies. The UN wants all countries, they said effective use of social media is now a weapon. You don't need guns to break a country, you just need the phones and lies. This means countries are being attacked by lies according to the users of that social media. This means people are trying to use this social media in order to lie for other countries, and this is causing disharmony among the countries. Enemies of peace post lies like this tribal is planning to attack one another. This means countries are just going to find guns for fighting one another, not thinking about what can develop the country. And it is going to make the country big and develop. Are you for you as the opposite side? Are you wishing to live in a country which is not developed and you hear news on other places where I say that Rwanda is not a good country? Now is that good? True? Parents, what country are we giving our children? So in my conclusion, I would like to advise you to ban this social media because it weaknesses their thinking and it makes countries to adopt civilized thinking.
For you, Honorable Chairperson, fellow judges, dear guests, co-opponents, and fellow members. Today I stand from sharing sunshine, the seven speakers from the opposition side. This has believed that social media is more harmful to our society. But for us as opposition side, we gainsay this motion according to the following arguments. First argument, social media promotes culture exchange. Philosophers Confucius taught that the wisdom grows when people learn from one another. This means that the wisdom is knowledge on specified things. Honorable judges, one of the greatest strengths of social media is that it brings different cultures together. Before social media, many people knew very little communities outside their own country. But today, you can find individuals in rural areas knowing ASC, UNESCO, UN, and others. Today, individuals can learn directly from people living in different parts of the world. Through social media, people can discover language, traditional, food, music, art, and culture practice. But for proposition side, maybe you're going to get 500,000 to pay degree and you go to study. Instead of taking it to pay for runner, who will raise tomorrow's issue? But you are taking it to go to study as if you are the one who will raise the nation. This creates mutual understanding and respect. Out of all these problems, there are some challenging questions. Is understanding other cultures harmful? Why do millions of people actively seek culture context on the right? The following to this argument is an example. Learning about Japanese culture through videos. For example, if you want to go in Japan, you want to study their culture. Dear judges, our case is simple. We were given the scholarship of going in the exam. If you know that you will get this mark, and they publish and you see that you get it, you need to go on this social media and study their culture. Instead of going and undermining your culture, you must go there and adapt yourself. Watching traditional government-based performance on right. For example, it's a related by new history. If you want more information and learn videos about it, you must search on Indashiti traditional performance in Huye district. Participating in international culture discussion. For example, our president needed to discuss with other presidents and other leaders in the ARC. They need to use social media to discuss. Or else not getting time to go there because this can avoid the overspending of money and it can help to use your time well. Following creators from different countries. For example, I know a Nigerian man who nicknamed himself Nigerian man. He loves Uganda. He always posts how his beautiful country with thousand trees and mountains. How will we know us without this social media? How would we know him without this social media? Why this matter? Why this content? Promote understanding, encourage tolerance, join friendship across the body. Dear judges, allow me to ask proposition side few questions. Is
Youth of Kenya, the 8th main speaker from the proposition side, supporting the motion stating that social media is more harmful to society. And my facts are going to prove that social media does more harm to the society. But before I start, I would like to tell you something. There is a saying that poison tastes sweet when hidden in honey. And social media is the same. Social media reduces patience and ambition. Weekends and people begin to lose patience and replaces action with watching. Today I will demonstrate how social media weakens patience and replaces actions with watching. Firstly, social media weakens patience and creates impatience in daily life. Please consider this question. If a student cannot wait for a 20-second video to learn, how would that student patiently revise for an examination that takes months for preparation? Social media trains the human brain to expect speed and instant results because of short videos, messages are instant, new content appears every second, and likes come quickly. This reduces patience, and when people lose patience, students fail in class, they get poor work performance and stable goals. Studies in psychology suggest that constant exposure to short videos, instant messages, and quick rewards may train the brain to expect immediate satisfaction, that people are improving their lives simply by consuming content. Instead of taking real action, many users spend hours scrolling online. Over time, ambition reduces because the mind becomes satisfied with watching success instead of achieving it. They think they will start tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. Days turn into months turn into years without any real progress. Research in psychology shows that people cannot experience a feeling of motivational content instead of taking real action. In conclusion, success is not built in seconds like a social media program. It is built through patience, effort, and concentration. Thank you.
Mrs. Tina.
Opponents and dear audience, good evening. It's an honor to stand in front of you as Holiness Daniel Olela, the 8th main speaker from opposition side. This has believes that social media is harmful to society, but for us, we truly oppose the motion because the following argument. Firstly, social media supports charity. Philosopher Peter Singer said that if we have ability to help others, we have a moral responsibility to do so. Honorable judges, this means that one of the most beautiful aspects of social media is its ability to connect those who need help with those who are willing to help them. Before social media, charitable organizations often struggle to reach a large audience. Today, a single post can list thousands or even millions of people within hours. This means that individuals facing medical emergencies, natural disasters, poverty, or other challenges can receive support much faster. For example, fundraising for medical treatment, disaster relief campaigns, to speak fundraising, community support drivers. Why this matter? Charity helps save lives, reduce suffering, support vulnerable people, develop social solidarity. This means that social media transforms compassion into action. So, honorable judges, I have shown the social media to support charity. A platform that helps people help one another should not be reasonably described as more harmful than beneficial. The true value of social media is not measured by the posts people share, but by the life they improve. So, as the president of all have been saying about, firmly oppose the motion. Thank you.
Of our the non-named speaker from proposition side proposing today's motion, and this has beliefs that social media is more harmful to our society. For me, I agree with this
motion due to the following facts. First, social media reduces physical activity and harms healthy. World Health Organization reports shows that screen time increases physical inactivity. Behavior scientists beautiful express that digital habits repress physical activities. Workers spend hours sitting, scrolling without movement. A bus driver sits 10 hours at home and then sits other 4 hours with YouTube. This leads to obesity and other health problems. It can also lead to some diseases like heart attack and high blood pressure. This can cause death. Now imagine a child always going by saying that my mother or my father died because of social media. How are we getting development? How are we living in this world? Because of social media. Now tell me, how are we going to get development when people are dying? Leaders who will pay for a hospital full of sickness. This means that WhatsApp, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram are not free. You pay with your life. These apps listen your talk. They know you are sick. They know you are poor. They read the message and they know everything about you. And then they sell all this to companies. If a mother talks about cancer, medicine aids for her. If a father talks about loan in his bed, loan companies come to him tomorrow. Therefore, social media is a spy in every home. And this means that our home has no privacy. Workers, salaries, parents' programs, leaders' plans, all can be solved. This means that I have some questions for you. Please, tell me, how are we going to get development? How are we going to live in this world? With this social media, they are destroying our lives. They know our secrets. They know we are sick. Even some people, so sweet, they kill themselves because of social media. Now, leaders, will you rule a country or a nation full of blessed in soil? Please tell me, how are we going to get development? On my conclusion, I would like to say that let's ban the social media before they ban us, because they are shaping this world into shame, death, and other problems. Thank you.
Good evening, Chairperson, judges, teachers, and fellow debaters. I am Ineza Dumakrine by name, and I am the ninth main speaker in opposition side. This House believes that social media is harmful in the society, but according to my side, I totally disagree with this motion because of the following facts. Firstly, social media supports professional networking. Philosopher on management, Peter Drucker, emphasizes that knowledge and professional relationships are among the most valuable assets in modern society. Honorable judges, let me explain this. Success in today's world often depends not only on what you know, but also on who you can learn from and collaborate with. Social media has transformed the professional network. In the past, professionals had to attend expensive conferences or travel long distance to build connection. Today, professionals can interact with experts, employers, mentors, and colleagues from around the world. Social media has made networking accessible to ordinary people, not just elites. For example, teachers joining educational communities, business professionals using LinkedIn, internet extending technical knowledge, and researchers discussing new discoveries. Why this matter? Professional networking creates opportunities, facilitates mentorship, improves careers, and encourages knowledge sharing. Let me ask you a question. Why do professionals worldwide use social media for networking if it is mostly harmful? So social media has transformed networking from a privilege of few into an opportunity for the many. So, honorable judges, we have demonstrated that social media supports professional networking. A platform that connects experts, mentors, strengthens business, encourages creativity, and enables teamwork is clearly contributing to progress greater than harm. So, although social media has some disadvantages, its benefit to society are far greater when used wisely. So, social media should not be that as harmful in the society, but rather as a powerful tool that can bring positive change when used wisely. boundary. Thank you for giving me this time to express my ideas. So, I'm going to prove this, that social media is harmful. Firstly, social media gives people fake life expectations. This means that on social media, people only show perfect photos and rich lives, but most is fake. Cars are rented, faces have filters, and money is from loans. Psychologist Albert Bandura says people learn by copying what they see. So many people copy these lies. A security guard feels his job is bad after seeing other notes online. A teacher feels her salary is shame after seeing Dubai all days online. And this makes others and families take loans to look good online through selling land for birthday photos. Dear workers, are you chasing real life or online life that puts you in debt? Dear parents, do you teach your children to be proud of honest work or ashamed of it because of filters? Dear readers, can we build Vision 2050 if citizens hate their own country because Instagram says Dubai is better? Secondly, social media has everything at once. Research from WHO, MIT, Harvard, and UNESCO shows one phone has 6 aliens at once. Firstly, there isn't sleep through the cut of melatonin. Secondly, there is no focus through tiredness by when they are on social media, just scrolling only. Third, there is sad heart through depression caused by social media, and this depression is going to attack adults, children, parents, leaders, and this is where you are going to find our country falling because of such social medias. First one, no money in development through buying luxurious needs. We usually know that while buying what we want, we base on basic needs, not luxury needs. Fifth one, broken marriage through comparison of women and men online. For example, Instagram says that if your husband is bad, come on Instagram and search. This means that women and men are going to hate their spouses because social media is telling them to come online and see the beautiful women. And this is going to cause poor development of our country, even society, at the extent of reaching to the world. Take this one, believes lies through rumors and lies on social media. No other thing does this in history. TV only wasted time, alcohol only had the body, but one phone, hands, sleep, work, heart, money, marriage, and truth together. Social media is like smoke. Smoke destroys environment and everything. In the same way, social media destroys people's everything, such as heart, joy, happiness, family, humanity, and respect. Dear judges, can one funny video fix 6 big hands? Dear leader, look at your workers. Are they healthy, focused, and happy? Dear parents, look at your home. Is it more peaceful or more broken seats for the skin? We argue social media can connect people and help in advertisement, but today we prove that the harm is deeper, wider, and lasts longer. So the good is 1 minute, the pain is 10 years. In conclusion, members of the House, behind every screen is a real human being. A child losing confidence, a student battling depression, a family sitting together but no longer talking. If we continue ignoring the dangers of social media, we are not creating a connected society, but we are raising a lonely generation. So for the sake of our future, humanity and families, joy, happiness, and others, this motion must stand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good evening. I am Promise Uraseganis. I'm the last main speaker from Opposite side. I'm here to oppose the motion stating that social media is harmful to our society. Now, social media is beneficial. Social media have improved communication, education, and development. Firstly, social media supports rapid information sharing. Honorable judges, everyone in this house, one of the greatest advantages of social media is speed. Social media allows information to travel across the world almost instantly, whether it is educational information, public announcements, health updates, job opportunities, and scholarship opportunities. People can access it quickly. The proposition focuses on misinformation. However, misinformation existed long before social media. The solution is fact-checking and digital literacy, not rejecting the two altogether. Honorable judges, throughout this debate, the proposition has attempted to convince us that social media is harmful. However, what have they actually proven? They have proven that social media is not harmful. The problem is the user, not the platform. For us, we have proven that social media educates, connects, employs, informs, empowers, innovates, mobilizes, supports, and protects. Therefore, honorable judges, the proposition has mistaken misuse for harm and expectation for the law. The evidence is clear, the benefits are widespread, the harms are manageable, and the opportunities are enormous. For those reasons, we respectfully allow this House to reject the motion that social media is more harmful to our society. We proudly oppose the motion. Thank you.
Big round of applause.
Good evening once again. Honorable guests, teachers, parents, and the audience. Thank you for engaging in this well-balanced debate. After a careful deliberation, I must say both sides, the proposers, the opposers, performed exceptionally good and well. Clap for them. Okay, in terms of content, both teams brought strong relevant points, backed by reasoning, and in style, you people, your delivery was clear, confident, respectful, and mature. The strategy used, the teamwork was excellent on both sides. The rebuttals, the defending was so sharp. I want to say to members in the House, I cannot declare one side the winner. Because of the numbers we have got there outside, they show the result is 50-50. Clap for yourselves. So I declare it a draw, and remember, in a draw, nobody loses. We both win. You all prove that good ideas exist on both sides of any motion that you may face. Finally, I said to you, you have shown us that social media is important when people control it. And the reverse, all the mysteries of it is vice versa. Thank you.
Okay. Abanyeshuri batangiye bajya batubwira mu Kinyarwanda n'Icyongereza, niyo mpamvu mbihisemo gukoresha indimi zombi. Icya mbere ni uko dushimiye aba bana bacu n'abarezi babafasha n'abayobozi babo. Bavugaga ko nimuyongera amasi arakwibishye. Mu ncamake bavugaga yuko gukoresha imbuga nkoranyambaga byangiza. Kuzikoresha ntabwo byangiza kuko turazikeneye. Abanyeshuri bumvise turazikeneye ariko wisely, kuzikoresha mu bwenge, tuzikoreshe neza, tuzikontorore, tuzigenge, ntitwemere ko zitugenganiza, sibyo? Ubwo rero mukomeze umurava, kandi nka timu twaba turi muri hano twongeye gushimira ubuyobozi bw'ishuri for this commitment. Uramutse ugiye hirya hashoboka ntabwo wabona abana bavuga Icyongereza nk'iki ngiki. So we want to thank you once again. Kandi babyeyi mwarakoze, mwahisemo neza gukomeza bwawe. Imana ibahe umugisha.
Amashyi menshi cyane kuri abanyeshuri bacu. Bamaze kutwereka neza ububasha n'ubushobozi kuba babasha kuvuga ngo uruhande nirwo rwatsinze, kubera yuko impande zombi ababikurikiye mwabikurikiye kandi mwabyumvishe neza yuko abana bafite ibitekerezo koko bitewe n'uko bagiye babisobanura. Rero ku kigero cyabo, bana batoya nabifuriza gukomereza aho ngaho, ntimutezuke kuri uwo mujyo. Urugendo ni rurerure imbere kandi ni heza cyane. Nanone munyemerere rwose basabe mwebwe mwese mu giterane muri aka kanya mwikomere mu mashyi menshi cyane. Turimo turekera ku musozo cyangwa se turiyo turacutsa igitaramo cyacu cy'uyu munsi.
Ndabashimiye mbikuye ku mutima. Ndashimira abayobozi babanye natwe twagaragaje mbere. Ndashimira ababyeyi bacu kwihangana. Ntabwo ndi buvuge ibintu byinshi, nari nateguye byinshi ariko byinshi mwabyiboneye. Ibyo nari kubabwira mwabiboneye hano mu banyeshuri bacu, ariko by'umwihariko ndashimira aba bana bacu, kandi si abangaba gusa mwabonye, n'abandi bicayemo hariya bose ku rwego bafite mu ruguru. Dufite n'abatoya babo bari mu Gifaransa, buriya tubazanye noneho hagati gaturika byaba byiza kurushaho, ariko igihe nikitwemerera ubutaha tuzabitegura neza. Ariko icyo tugamije ni uburezi, ni uburere bufite ishingiro, bufite aho buvana umwana w'umunyarwanda n'aho bumwerekeza. Ni uburezi buri mubyeyi wese agomba kwishimira, niyo ntego yacu, nicyo dushyize imbere mu mizero. Hari byinshi biba bigomba gukorwa, ni naho natwe dushyize umutima. Dusezeranije ababyeyi bacu, abaturarwanda n'abanyarwanda muri rusange nabo dukorera, kuko aribo batwegereye, kuzabaha uburezi bufite ireme. Rero n'izindi mu magambo ndashimira buri muntu wese wihanganye, buri muntu wese wabanye natwe kugira ngo dushyigikire abanyeshuri bacu cyangwa se ishuri ryacu muri rusange. Ndabashimiye. Reka nakire umushyitsi mukuru ari kudusoreza. Mwakoze cyane, Imana ibahe umugisha.
Mwiriwe, nagira ngo nanjye nshimire mwese abari aha ngaha, ababyeyi, abanyeshuri baduhuje, ubuyobozi butandukanye mu byubahiro byanyu. Uyu mugoroba nta kirenze gushima. Hari umuyobozi wohereje wari uri hano, byari ngombwa yuko dutandukana, ariko ndashima ibyo yohereje. Turi Ruhondo bimaze kugeraho mu murenge wa Ruhondo ndetse no mu karere kacu. Nagira ngo bishimire. Ndashimira by'umwihariko izi mpande zombi ikiganiro mpaka kimaze kubera aha ngaha. Ndashimira abajaji cyangwa se ba bandi b'abakemurampaka bari bari hano, kuko babikoze neza, ntawe urushije undi, mwese mwanganisha, ubwo mwese muri abahanga, nimwihe amashyi. Murakoze. Urwego Amizero tuyabonaho ntabwo ari urwego rwo guhatana n'ibigo dufite mu Ruhango. Mpora mbivuga, tugeze ku rwego rwo guhatana ku rwego rw'igihugu. Icyo cyizere turagifite, banakituremamo buri munsi. Ubu nzi neza yuko ababwira baranyumva na bariya dutegereje itangazo ryiza nyuma yo gukora ibizamini rizasohoka mu kwezi kwa munani, tubona abanyeshuri umwe cyangwa babiri, batatu, bane, kubera iki bataba batanu, duhagaze kuri podiyumu ku rwego rw'igihugu. Ababyeyi rero mwahisemo kurera mu Mizero, mwahisemo neza. N'ahandi hose murerera, dusaba yuko mutanga imbaraga zanyu kugira ngo uburezi bufite ireme butangwe mu bigo byose biboneka mu murenge wa Ruhango. Irushanwa nk'iri cyangwa ibiganiro nk'ibi turifuza yuko mu nama zitandukanye dukora, kandi dukora n'abayobozi be ku mashuri, twifuza yuko byaba gikwira mu bigo byose by'amashuri. Agira ngo rero ababitangije muzadufashe igihe tuzaba tugiye gushaka ko butangira mu mashuri yose, uzatubera abavugizi, uzatubera umusemburo w'impinduka mu bijyanye n'uburezi muri rusange. Ndabashima rero abitabiriye mwese kandi bifuriza kuza kugera aho mwavuye amahoro. Abakandida bacu turabifuriza gutsinda, mukomeze mwige cyane, abarezi mubabe hafi, ubuyobozi bubabe hafi, kandi natwe turi kumwe, Imana ibamugisha.
Turagushimiye muri uyu mwanya mwiza w'umugisha nyir'ingabo Imana, dutangira uyu munsi wa none gahunda twari dufite hano twagusenze. Turakwinginga ngo umanukire kubana natwe, wakoze Imana ko watwumvishe kandi ukaba mu ruhande rwacu. Gahunda zose twari twateguye zikaba zagenze neza, abashyitsi bacu bakuru badusuye ukabazana amahoro bakagera amahoro, kandi abana bacu turera kandi muri rusange bakaba babasha nabo kugaragaza ibyo barerwa, uburyo barerwa n'ubushobozi bifitemo bwabo ku giti cyabo uyu munsi ndetse n'ejo hazaza h'igihugu cyacu cy'u Rwanda. Mana wakoze ku bwa buri kimwe, tugiye gukura ibirenge dutaha hano, abamanuka umanukane nabo, abazamuka uzamukane nabo, abatambika utambikane nabo, abasigara usigarane nabo. Mana nzima, amahoro yawe akomeze kuba ku buzima bwa buri umwe, uko tuzongera guhura mu bice bitandukanye by'u Rwanda rwacu turi amahoro, icyubahiro n'ishimwe bizajya bikugarukira. Duheje imbaraga zose z'umwijima n'imikorere yose ya Satani mu izina rya Yesu Kristo watuhambiwe ku musaraba. Ubwiza bwawe bubane natwe, nyir'ingabo Imana nzima, dusende twizeye kandi twiringiye izina ryawe Kristo watuhambiwe ku musaraba. Amen.